Hello and welcome to this episode of the program from the State Assemblies, a weekly program that reviews legislative engagements across states in Nigeria. On this episode, Osun State House of Assembly moves to incorporate new Supreme Court verdicts on local government autonomy. Taraba State House of Assembly passes State Polytechnic Repeal and Reenactment Bill, and resolution adopted by Cross River State Assembly seeking urgent investigation and rescue of missing corps member. Details of these and many more stories coming your way shortly. I am Itaire Ikben. Don't go away. Thanks for joining the program from the State Assembly. We begin from Osogbo, where the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission Amendment Bill 2024 and the Osun State Local Government Area Creation and Administration Harmonized Bill were read for the first time to pave way for necessary amendments sequel to the recent judgment of the Supreme Court. Muyiwa Omowumi stands by for details.
The legislative business started with the adoption and approval of the votes of proceedings, which Majority Leader Honorable Babajide Koforola moved a motion for its adoption, and it was seconded by Somi Areoye. In his remarks, Osun State House of Assembly Speaker Adewale Egbedu reiterated the commitment of members and leadership of its assembly towards propagating and legislating on the law that will bring about all-round developments into the state. Egbedu, during the plenary, spoke on the recent Supreme Court verdict on local government areas administration autonomy, a development which he said the state parliament is fully aware. He said in a bid to ensure seamless implementation of the Apex Court pronouncement necessitated the need for the legislature to amend Osun State Independent Electoral Commission Law and Osun State Local Government Areas Creation and Administration Harmonized Bill 2024.
We are all aware of the recent judgment by the Supreme Court, which granted financial autonomy to the 774 local governments in Nigeria. This judgment has invalidated some of the existing laws, and it's on this premise I will want this House to earnestly begin the process of amending the existing Osun State local government areas creation and administration laws and Osun State Independent Electoral Commission law. The two newly proposed bills in this regard are: 1. Osun State Independent Electoral Commission Amendment Number 1 Bill 2024. 2. Osun State Local Government Areas Creation and Administration Harmonized Bill 2024.
The bills thereafter scaled through the first reading. Also, Osun State House of Assembly, during the plenary, passed into law Osun State Road Funds Establishment Bill 2023, and the eventual passed law had for weeks received debate and deliberation of lawmakers, which led to its final passage.
Many thanks, Muyiwa. And as a fallout of the Supreme Court judgment guaranteeing financial independence to local governments, the Kaduna State House of Assembly has repealed the law establishing the Zaria Metropolitan Authority, the Kafanchan Municipal Authority, and the Kaduna State Capital Territory Authority. Correspondent Adamu Sunday reports that the lawmakers also passed into law a bill to enact the Kaduna State Fire and Public Safety Law 2024.
One after the other, the reports of the Joint Committee on Judiciary and Zaria Municipal Authority, Kafanchan Municipal Authority, and Kaduna Capital Territory Authority were presented to the lawmakers on the floor of the House. However, the lawmakers wasted no time in accepting the recommendations of the various committees to repeal the law establishing the Zaria Municipal Authority, Kafanchan Municipal Authority, and Kaduna Capital Territory Authority. Member representing Lere East constituency, Munira Suleiman Tenimo, moved a motion for the bills to be read for the third time, and it was seconded by member representing Jamal constituency, Ali Khalad. The bill was quickly read for the third time. Member representing Jamal constituency, Ali Khalad moved a motion for the passage of the bill into law, and it was seconded by Nasiru Idris, member representing Sabongari constituency.
The full bills be passed into law.
People benefit most from the local government authorities. With this autonomy and with the recent repealment of this law, we believe local government will have the ability, will have the capacity to perform their duties in line with the laws.
The lawmakers also passed into law the Kaduna State Fire and Public Safety Law 2024, following the repealing of the law that established it in 2018.
Elsewhere in Cross River State, the House of Assembly confirmed the appointment of the paramount ruler of Abi local government area, His Royal Majesty Ovai Solomon Osim Edward, as the chairman, State Traditional Rulers Council. This followed deliberation on the correspondence sent to the House by the state government. Udwak Etim now reports.
Following the expiration of the tenure of the immediate past chairman of the Cross River State Traditional Rulers Council, the Cross River State government approved the appointment of the paramount ruler of Abi local government area, His Royal Majesty Ovai Solomon Osim Edward, as the chairman, State Traditional Rulers Council, in which the State House of Assembly recently confirmed his appointment. Member representing Abi State constituency, Davis Eta, maintained that Ovai Edward has been able to unify most of the warring communities in Abi local government area and expressed confidence that his tenure will bring peace, unity and progress in the state. Other lawmakers also made their contributions.
I also want to thank His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, who saw reason for justice to be done. The man seated with us, who is my own paramount ruler, my royal father, is a noble man. If you call his name, you end with JP. It is an arbiter of peace.
The traditional institution happens to be one of the strongest institutions in Nigeria. His Royal Majesty, sir, please always speak truth to power at any given time. You're one of the last hopes in the political class that we have.
I want this house to applaud the governor for doing what is right. It is Speaker, I'm not doing what is right by appointing a man who knows God, who has the pedigree, who has the substance, who have passed through the ropes and qualified to be appointed as the chairman as Cross River State Traditional Rulers Council.
Speaker, Cross River State House of Assembly, Elvet Ayambem, congratulated the paramount ruler on his appointment.
Those in support of the motion that the paramount ruler of our local government be confirmed as the chairman of Traditional Rulers, Cross River State chairman of Traditional Rulers Council, should say aye, and those against it. Those in support? Aye. Those against? The ayes have it. The paramount ruler of Abi is hereby confirmed as the chairman of Cross River State Traditional Rulers Council.
It is believed that Ovai Solomon Edward will bring his wealth of experience to bear in the discharge of his duty as chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council.
Thanks, Udwak, for that report. Now, members of the Ebonyi State House of Assembly, in a unanimous voice vote, has approved the request of Governor Francis seeking to engage the services of 5 financial consultants to overhaul the state and local government accounts, as well as to demolish illegal structures at Egugboriga layout in the state. Uchechukwu Onwe tells us more.
The plenary, which was presided by the Speaker, Chief Moses Odonwa, read the letter of request which seeks to engage the services of 5 revenue financial consultants with the task of reconciling and recovering excess deductions from the statutory FAC allocation to the state from January 2019 to June 2023. Also to conduct forensic investigation and auditing with a view to recover some funds that were not seen in government coffers. Hence, to conduct staff and salary audit on both local government councils and state government staff to eliminate fund loss in their wage bill, of which their services is at a commission of 5%. Also, a letter of request for approval for Governor Francis Nwifuru to remove illegal structures at Egoboriga layout was also read by the Speaker, Moses Odunwa. This, he noted that the state government, through a committee constituted by the Ministry of Land and Survey, investigated the matter and confirmed that a vast portion of the layout has been massively encroached by communities, individuals, and some state actors.
On this, Mr. Speaker and honorable members of the Kogi State House of Assembly, I am constrained to request the approval of State House of Assembly to enable the government to remove all the illegal structures erected on plots traditionally designated for schools, hospitals, police stations, and other public purposes at the Agoboriga layout.
It is going to restore the Agoboriga layout to what the initiators intended it to be. In our little way to support that this request of definition be given expeditious consideration. And therefore, having acquired, it is illegal and not appropriate for any individual, corporate body, or anybody existing in the state without the permission of the state to erect any illegal structure thereto.
The ayes have it.
On the third request seeking approval to sell abandoned Ebonyi City Hotel to private investors, the Speaker Moses Odunwa disclosed that for over 2 decades, past government have invested financially on the project, but it has not yielded the desired economic result.
I also understand that that place could be used as criminal hideouts, since there is no activity going on there.
If you enter there today, you will be sorry for yourself. Now we have a very big hotel, camp 5-star hotel that has not been completed for how many years? Over 20 years, with all the attendant costs.
That this request be allowed for His Excellency to sell the Ebonyi City Hotel. Say aye. Aye. This again say nay.
Meanwhile, the Speaker of the House, Moses Odunwa, has directed the clerk, Mrs. Uche Edene, to forward a memo to Governor Francis Nwifuru on the House approval of his request. Earlier, the leader of the House, Kingsley Koro, had presented a report of the Auditor General on the consolidated financial statement of Government of Ebonyi State of Nigeria for the year ended 31st December 2023. In the interim, the House has proceeded for a recess due to the ongoing renovation work at the complex.
You're watching the program from the State Assemblies, where we bring you latest developments in state houses of assembly across the nation. A short break beckons, and the program continues thereafter with more reports.
On NTA Parliament, we unite day and night. NTA Parliament, the voice shining so bright in the hall of power. We take our parliamentary discussions across the land as it is. NTA Parliament, your source of insights, bringing the parliament into your homes, debates and decisions clear and true. For the people, NTA Parliament is here for you. From north to south, east to west, NTA Parliament covers every legislative quest. Our lawmakers working for the nation's good in the heart of democracy. So tune in now. Don't hesitate. Join NTA Parliament for parliamentary programs and news both day and night. We are on DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. Download Oya Watch TV app from Google Play Store to watch all NTA stations. NTA Parliament, your source shining so bright and strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, the Taraba State House of Assembly, in the week under review, passed into law a bill seeking to repeal and reenact the Taraba State Polytechnic Law and to provide for other related matters. Also passed into law is the Taraba State Geographic Information Service Tages Bill 2024. Now, Godwin Inalegu tells us more.
The Taraba State Polytechnic Law seeks to enhance tertiary education as well as quality education for the people of Taraba State. The majority leader of the House, Jethro Yakubu Zikenyu, moved the motion for the bill to be read for the third time.
I rise to move that this House commence the third reading in respect of the Taraba State Polytechnic Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2024. I so move.
A bill for a law to repeal and reenact the Taraba State Polytechnic Law and to provide for other matters connected therewith. Third reading.
The House passed the bill after unanimous voice votes by all members supporting its passage into law.
And to provide for other matters connected therewith. Third reading taken and passed.
On the other hand, the Taraba State Geographic Information Bill 2023 seeks to explore other sources of revenue generation for the government to minimize overdependence on federal allocation. In the same vein, the House passed the bill after unanimous voice votes by all members supporting its passage into law.
Geographic Information Service and matters connected therewith. Third reading. Third reading taken and passed.
It's not just a bureaucratic formality. Rather, it is a strategic move to align our state with the contemporary needs of effective land management and development.
John Kizito Ponzena appreciated his colleagues for their relentless commitment to legislative duties and directed the clerk of the House, Salmuna Amos Sani, to forward a clean copy of the two laws to the executive for assent.
Thank you, Godwin. And in another development, the Borno State House of Assembly has deliberated as matter of urgent public importance the flood disaster that ravaged Moba local government area of the state, which destroyed hundreds of houses, goods, and farmlands. The motion was moved by member representing Moba constituency, Usman Moruma, who requested government intervention. Kaigama Mustafa has details.
The flood is attributed to heavy downpour facilitated by lack of proper drainage system, which has led to the destruction of properties and crops. Member representing Mabur constituency, Usman Lawan Maruma, who raised the motion, is asking for urgent government intervention, calling on SEMA and other donor agencies to expedite action toward bringing relief to victims.
More than 100 houses and valuable material worth millions of naira has been destroyed by this flood disaster.
The motion was seconded by member representing Chibok, Fogulawan. Other members in their contribution said perennial flooding has been causing serious damage to lives and property, as well as landslides, erosion, and destruction of farmlands, calling on relevant government agencies to take proactive measures to forestall the occurrence of the disaster. The legislature pointed out the need for a committee to be constituted to carry out an on-the-spot assessment of damage done by the flood. Member representing Bama Central Constituency, Baba Mala Abukar Snoma, moved the motion for consideration and was seconded by member representing Bayo Constituency, Maigari Abari. The resolution of the House was announced by the Speaker Abdul Karim Lawan.
The Honorable House do call upon the Executive to direct the State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, Borno State Great Green Wall Development Agency and the Mobile Local Government Council, who are saddled with the responsibility of bringing succor to the people affected by natural disaster to urgently come to the aid of the flood disaster.
In another zone, the Ogun State House of Assembly held a stakeholders meeting on a bill for a law to establish the Ogun State Consumer Protection Agency. The bill seeks to provide for the protection of the interest of consumers, for settlement of consumer disputes, and for related matters. Speaker of the House, Oludaisi Elemide, noted that the bill, when passed into law, will protect residents of the state against marketing of goods and services that are hazardous to lives, as well as protect the well-being of the society. Yemi Dalemo reports on this and other engagements of the lawmakers. The Speaker of the House, Oludaisi Elemide, explained that the public hearing is to allow the stakeholders participate in elaborate discussions where the inputs gathered will form part of the bill.
The bill has been extensively debated at the plenary session held on the floor of the House chamber so that the House as partners in progress could support the present administration in its mission to improve the living standards of its citizens through appropriate legislation.
The bill is aimed at promoting and protecting the rights of consumers, which include but not limited to 1. The right to be informed about inequality, quality, potency, purity, standard, and prices of goods and services, as the case may be, so as to protect the consumers against unfair trade practices.
That's under findings of the agency. Pay such amount as may be awarded by it as compensation to the consumer for any loss or injury suffered by the consumer due to negligence of the person complained against.
In another development, the House Committee on Health advocated the immediate procurement of magnetic resonance imaging machine for the Olabisi Onabanjo University Teaching Hospital Shagamu and the State General Hospital Ijaye Abeokuta for the two health institutions to effectively conduct necessary medical investigations and ease treatment of patients in the hospital. The House Committee on Works and Infrastructure charged the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure to effectively monitor contractors handling various projects in the state to justify government investment. The lawmakers, during the ongoing 2024 budget performance appraisal of MDAs, commended Governor Dapo Abiodun on the choice of Mr. Kehinde Onosoya as the state head of service, while the Committee on Commerce, Trade and Investment, headed by Adebisi Oyedele, charged the ministry to brace up for the challenge of improving on the revenue of the government. And in the North Central Zone, the Nasarawa State House of Assembly has directed the State Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources to provide full list of mining sites available in order to fish out illegal miners in the state. Speaker of the State Assembly, Danladi Jato, handed down the directive while responding to a motion observed under matter of public importance. Adams Abdulkadri completes the report.
Under the matter of public urgent importance, member representing Kokona East State constituency, Daniel Ogaogaze, is calling the attention of the House to excess activities of illegal miners in his constituency and other parts of the state, saying the activity poses threat to life. He strongly believes that the presence of illegal miners often results in violent clashes with residents and law enforcement. Therefore, there must be a concerted effort to flush them out in the state.
Supporting the government and particularly the governor of Nasarawa State in ensuring that investors come into this state is paramount. And the only way we can do it is by making sure that this state is peaceful. Allowing these people to continue to stay in this place will cause problem and it will send bad signal to these investors. For us to be proactive, we should not allow this thing to continue. We should take a kind of very serious approach towards curtailing this or towards surmounting this menace that is going.
Ministry of Environment has to be alive to their responsibilities. All the illegal mining coming to Nasarawa State cannot come without their knowledge.
Speaker, Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Danladi Jato, gives marching order to the Commissioner of Police to mobilize armed security officers to the mining site in order to stop any illegal activities.
The government of Nasarawa State, through the Ministry of Environment, in conjunction with the House Standing Committee on Environment, to find out a number of community sites, the mining sites in our state, to ascertain the genuine miners in this state. And they should do that immediately so that let us know what is happening with our environment.
During plenary, two separate private bills scheduled first reading, sponsored by the lawmaker representing Kefi West, Ibrahim Aliu Nana, which include a bill for a law to establish Nasarawa State Christian Pilgrims Welfare Board, and a bill for a law to establish Nasarawa State Muslims Pilgrims Welfare Board. Meanwhile, it could be recalled that Nasarawa State House of Assembly last week on the floor stepped down screening of governor nominee Mukhtar Agbashim as member of Nasarawa State Independent Electoral Commission (NASEC) prior to the petition received against his character and integrity. While presenting the report on the matter, Chairman House Committee on Public Complaints, Petition and Security, Luka Elia Jekaba, made a strong case on the recommendation.
Petition is null and void and it lacks merit. We therefore unanimously recommend and urge the Honorable House that in fairness, justice and equity to proceed to screen and possibly confirm Mukhtar Agbashim Mama as a member of the Nasarawa State Independent Electoral Commission (NASEC).
Speaker Jatoa, however, directed Mukhtar Agbashim Mama to appear before the House on 23rd July 2024 for screening.
Staying with the North Central Zone, the Niger State House of Assembly referred an executive bill seeking establishment of the Niger State Agency for Green Initiatives and for other related matters to a subcommittee constituted by the House. Musa Mikhail reports that the House also received reports from the Committee on Public Accounts on consolidated financial statements and report of the Auditor General for local governments for the year 2021.
The bill from the executive was presented before the House by the Majority Leader, Idris Musabata. The bill seeks to establish the Niger State Agency for Green Initiative and for other related matters. However, the bill did not scale through due to the observation raised by the Deputy Speaker, Afiniki Dauda, that detailed explanation on what the bill seeks to achieve was lacking.
This bill seeks to establish the Niger State Agency for Green Economy Initiative. Green economy refers to an economy that aims at reducing environmental risk and ecological scarcity, that aims at sustainable development without degrading the environment.
I don't understand what we're speaking about, the Green Initiative. Even as it's reading, I'm lost. Which committee handles the Green Initiative? As a member of this House, I need more light as to what we are talking about.
When it is referred to the committee and public hearings will be conducted where experts, stakeholders in that regard will come and educate not only the House but all other stakeholders that are involved, so that they will understand the nitty-gritty of what this agency tends to do.
They know why they want to be, but as it is now, we don't know why they want to be. And they were representative of the people. So this is an agency that, if passed, will benefit the entirety of our constituents. Then we need to know what it is about. But nobody is against it. I believe nobody is against it. No. We just want the knowledge of it.
The bill, after deliberation, was referred to joint committees of Environment, Agriculture, Transport, Land and Housing, Commerce, as well as Investments, with Chairman Committee on Environment to lead the committees. The House also received the report of the Public Account Committee on Consolidated Financial Statement and report of the Auditor General for Local Government for the year December 2021. The report read by the chairman of the committee, Andrew Doma, observed that revenue collected during the year under review was far below the approved budgeted revenue in most local government councils.
Internal auditors were either being undermined or two, internal auditors lacked the capacity to perform their duties effectively, efficiently, or three, there was lack of proper synergy between the two major actors, internal auditors and chief accountant, or the right people were not being appointed.
The observation of the committee were all adopted by the House. A request for confirmation of appointment for a permanent commissioner of Niger State Assembly Service Commission was also received.
Now, following the disappearance of one Dorcas Ojong, an indigene of Akankpa local government area of Cross River State, and core members serving in Awka, Anambra State, the Cross River State House of Assembly, in the week under review, called on the state government through the office of the Attorney General of the state to mandate the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) to produce the missing corps member. Uduak Etim reports that the House during plenary adopted a resolution seeking for urgent investigation of the matter.
Corps members are under the protection of the federal government through the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), and safety of their lives throughout 1 year of compulsory service to the nation is the responsibility of the scheme. A case of Dorcas Paul Ojong, an Akampa indigene and a youth corps member who served in Awka, Anambra State, is different as she got missing. A motion brought before the Cross River State House of Assembly by member representing Akampa 1 State Constituency, Okonowuna, called on the state government to urgently investigate mysterious disappearance of the corps member who was last seen on the 18th of February 2024 by her landlady as she was going to her place of primary assignment at Federal Ministry of Health, Awka.
Anambra State government had not done any effort, even the federal government of Nigeria and the NYSC, to trace the whereabouts of Dorcas Paul Ojong. So he called for consent. Based on that premise, Cross River State government, through the office of the Attorney General, to write to the NYSC at the national level and the NYSC as Anambra State, and also calling on the security agencies in the country, in the state, to thoroughly interrogate and investigate the case of a missing cross-Riverian who went on NYSC in Anambra State.
Lawmakers bemoaned the situation and called for urgent investigation.
Apart from the fact that the victim is an indigene of Cross River, she's also a product of the nation, given the fact that she's on a youth service. So to me, it's a red alert, and which ought to be given necessary attention.
This is the people's paradise, Muslim State. We are headed by the people's government, and we are supported, and he is supported by the people's assembly. We must act, not just speak.
Motion calling on the state government to urgently investigate the mysterious disappearance of Dorcas Paul Ojong, an Akampa indigene, and a youth corps member serving in Anambra State. Those in support? Aye. Those against? The ayes have it, the prayer from the resolution of the House.
Dorcas Paul Ojong, a graduate of College of Health Technology, Calabar, was a Batch A Stream 2 2023 corps member who was supposed to end her service year in March 2024.
All right, and that concludes this episode of the program from the State Assemblies. Remember, you can still watch this episode as well as other news and programs on our social media handles showing on your screen. Do stay patriotic and stay out of trouble. I am Itaire Ikwen. Thanks for watching and bye for now.